Good afternoon. Before I begin, I would like to show you where my home is, Caraga region. So this is my home, one of the famous places. I know a lot of you do not know where is Caraga, but you know Siargao, so that's my home. But we have a very beautiful place called Caraga region, and more beautiful places in Caraga region actually, more beautiful than Siargao. But I hope you will find time to visit them as well. So, I'd like to start with by taking the discussion from the perspective of the region. The national AI strategy does not need years to reach the regions. It does not need to wait for every system to be perfect. I know this because with the support of Secretary Renato Solidum Jr. and the guidance of our Undersecretary for Regional Operations, our region proved it can happen now. I'm going to show you how the regional office took the national vision and turned it into action on the ground, and why every region in this country can do exactly the same. I was given a speaker's guide, and it opens with a line I want to read to you exactly. It says, while national AI strategies are being developed, implementation at the regional level presents both opportunities and challenges. Most people that read the sentence hear the word challenges. We at the region read it and hear the word opportunities. Because here's the truth. Implementation does not happen in Taguig. It does not happen in a policy document. It happens in a municipal hall in Agusan del Norte, in a fishing community in Dinagat and Surigao del Norte, and on a farm in Agusan del Sur and Surigao del Sur in Caraga. Between the national vision at the top and the impact on the ground, there is one thing standing in the middle, the regional office. We are not the gap. We are the bridge. And I must admit that there are constraints. Limited computing resources, lack of specialized talent, fragmented data and systems. These are real. They are not small. But here's what I need you to understand. These are not Caraga's problem alone. These are every region's problems. Every regional director here and in this country know this. We make them not to complain. We name them not to complain. We name them to make a point. Not one of these stopped us. We began with exactly these conditions, and we still built, in our case, 11 region-based initiatives in Caraga, and I will show you in a minute. When the National Artificial Intelligence Strategic Framework, or the NAIS-PH, was approved, it gave us the strategic framework. And when the NICRI, the GATES, the ACABAY, and other DOST-AI programs was established, they served as the execution template. It gave the framework the operational backbone. These 5 pillars are not abstract national goals. They are the exact areas where we have been building capacity. So, here is what we did. I want you to notice how it's organized by the 5 NAIS-PH pillars, because this was not random. This was aligned. Pillar number 1, infrastructure. In our region, we deployed Itanong, DOST-Advanced AI tool that lets you query government database. In our case, we want our people to know what are the ordinances, the resolutions of the city, so that they can talk to the law of the locality. We didn't wait for a national rollout. We brought the infrastructure down to the ground. This year, we will be working with 25 LGUs in Caraga alone and using Itanong workflow to develop chatbots for local ordinances. We established also Caraga Virtual AI Hub, a regional prototyping platform powered by 4 RTX 5090 GPUs capable of running small models like 32 billion parameters, where our developers can now build and test applications right here in the region. With the operationalization of NICRE, we will be able to use much larger AR models in prototyping as well. We can also do AI training for more compute-intensive AR projects. I emphasize prototyping because you cannot build apps if you cannot prototype. And if you cannot prototype, if you do not have even small compute. Pillar 2, workforce. This is where we went deepest. We trained business professionals. We trained higher educational institutions and startups. We trained government employees. And we introduced vibe coding to our own DOST personnel. Building AI fluency from inside out. Pillar 3, innovation. We work with the academe and startups on the development of AI-based applications because we have initiated the Pillar 1. Pillar 4, relation on governance. We developed a regional AI roadmap. We are one of the first who developed this kind of roadmap, and we didn't just write it. We had it adopted by our Regional Development Council and now has a governance home in Caraga. It's in the regional plan. Pillar 5, deployment. We integrated AI into our everyday work, even on circular economy work, helping MSMEs find sustainable innovations. We could develop AI applications with startups, universities, and even for our own use at our regional office. And this is one that I'm proudest of. We facilitated the training of trainers of all the regional offices across the country who will introduce AI to MSMEs that we are working with. In partnership with Limitless Lab and under the ASEAN Foundation AI program and under the direction of Yusik Sancho Maburang, we are now leading the capability building of AR trainers for our MSME clients. The LGUs we are working with and the communities we serve. Should our activity, our plan, will go as scheduled, we can train up to 17,000 AI learners by 2028. So, with the Akabay, the GATES, and other DOST national AI programs and geoinformatic programs, we can do more. In fact, next week, we'll be working with ASTI under the Akabay programs, wherein we'll be able to address the needs of our MSMEs using AI. This will be conducted in partnership with the higher educational institutions, the startups, and AWS also provided support with cloud compute credits so that our local developers and MSME partners can do prototyping and pilot implementation of their AI-enabled applications. We didn't wait, we mapped, we do action. So now we know something we didn't know before. We know our model works. So if our model works, let me make it usable because a model that can't be copied isn't worth much. Here's the playbook. 3 moves, any region can run them. Number 1, anchor it in planning. Developing a regional AI roadmap and get it adopted by our Regional Development Council. This matters because it turns AI from a one-off project into a standing plan with governance home. The moment AI is in the regional plan, it survived changes in personnel, changes in funding cycles, it becomes durable. 2, build the people. Run training across all 4 audiences, business, the government, the higher education, and startups. And of course, to include our own people. Then train your trainers so the impact multiplies beyond your borders. Use practical hands-on tools like vibe coding to make AI real for your own staff first. Because if your people don't understand AI and how it works, it cannot help others. 3rd, deploy and co-create. Don't wait for the perfect national rollout. Deploy the national tools and frameworks that already exist. Tools like Itanong to your LGUs today, the Dimer models to the MSMEs, and partner with your local startups and universities to co-build applications and embed AI into programs you're already running. Luckily for DOST, we have a lot of programs. We have Set Up, we have the Community Empowerment through Science and Technology, we have Smart City and Sustainable Communities, and many, many other programs. So, this is not a pilot, this is not a prototype. This is a working regional model, and it's ready for every regional office in this country. Let me end by saying that the national AI ecosystem requires both national direction and active regional participation. The regional offices are not waiting to participate. We already are. We're inviting every region to join us, and we're handing the playbook to do it. Let me close. National direction, regional execution. That's how AI becomes real. Not for some Filipinos in some cities, but for all Filipinos in all 17 regions. We did not wait for perfect conditions. We didn't have them. We have the same constraints every region in this room has, and we moved anyway, aligned with the national vision, and we built something that works, something replicable. So I leave you with this. For too long, we talk about the regions as the last mile of national policy, the place strategy finally trickles down to. I want to retire that idea today. We are not the last mile. We are the fast mover. Maraming salamat po.